I don't necessarily believe that, you know, people that have master's degrees, PhDs, things like that, like, I don't necessarily think that they give better life advice than people who, you know, maybe just have a high school diploma. You know, I think there's just some things in life, when we're talking about life advice and things like that, I think there's some things that you just have to have lived life in order to get, which is one of the reasons why, and I mentioned this in the Wizard Liz video, I don't think people like in their 20s, especially early 20s, really should be giving you life advice, because most of them have not lived long enough to really experience enough life. You could make the argument that, you know, if somebody has a PhD in psychology, they might know a lot more about, you know, the technical ways the human mind works. But you could also argue that they've spent so much time in labs or clinics and classrooms and stuff, that maybe they haven't actually lived enough life to really, you know what practical life advice would be good for someone. You know, or you could go in the reverse. I don't necessarily think that a person's education level always gives you a clear indication of whether or not they're giving you good advice for any given situation. I think you have to take everything with a grain of salt.